Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding time. Great protection. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Stays on his feet. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now Palmer on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now it's Palmer. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. Back deep for Cleveland, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Second and very short here, less than a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Browns lined up at the 38. The catch is made after a quick pass, and he'll end up at the 10-yard line before being tackled. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. Now to late in the second. Fitzgerald's going to haul in the pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Browns would settle for 3 points on the drive. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll give the Browns a first down. I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. And they'll go on the ground. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Palmer. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. 1, 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Here we go. Sally 19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And an alley to run. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
3rd and 2, now Palmer. It's brought in by Bolden. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down.
Here we go. 1, 18.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Surveying the field. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And, wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On first down, it's Palmer. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Clay Matthews in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8.
Right now. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Palmer will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And they'll run it here. He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Here we go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, guys, check me out. Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they give this time to the tailback. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the